Welcome back, Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. I feel like shit. I feel like complete shit today. Got hair on my fucking mic. Yeah, so we had a Mexican yesterday for lunch, and then I think I talked about all kinds of stuff, but I ended up. I'm just gonna try to pick up where I left off of yesterday's episode. Yep, I took a bicycle to karate. I wasn't home for very long. My wife said she's gonna make spaghetti. She's gonna, she's been making it with sausage in the air fryer, like sausage links in the air fryer, and then we've been chopping them up into like circles or whatever, and then putting them in our spaghetti. But she said, she's making it with ground sausage this time, and I was excited for spaghetti. And I went to karate. I took both kids. I ended up walking. I did a lot of walking yesterday, which I thought was pretty good. I felt fine. I felt completely fine. I was just walking around and around. And I said that was a quarter mile. That ain't no quarter mile. I'll tell you that right now. It's maybe an eighth. It ain't very long of a walk. But anyways, yeah, my daughter, she's learning how to ride a bike. It's so cute. She just has problems going uphill, but that's okay. We're working on it. She keeps trying to pedal backwards, and I'm like, hey, she's like going uphill. She's got good speed and good power, and then all of a sudden her foot either slips off the pedal or she pedals backwards and hits the brakes, or I don't know. I had a water over here. Where did that water go? Then we went home, and my son got to ride the bike a little bit. It was fun. Oh man, I need to drink some water. That's for sure. Then we went home, and my wife had dinner ready to go, and I lay down on the couch, and I'm just like, she's like, I made all this spaghetti. I'm like, yeah. She's like, are you gonna come eat some? I said, in a little bit. Not feeling too hot. She's like, okay. And then all the kids went to bed, and I ended up falling asleep on the couch. And then she woke me up. She said, am I putting this spaghetti away, or are you gonna eat it? I'm like, I'd like to eat some, but I don't know. I really just don't feel good right now. She's like, okay. And then she proceeded to make a bunch of racket in the damn garage, or in the kitchen, chain everything in the garage. And let's see what transpired after that. I ended up falling asleep on the couch. She had already went to bed. It was like 9 o'clock. Nothing crazy. And then I ended up locking the dogs up and going straight to bed also. And then she was like, well, I don't want to be in here if you're going to be snoring. So then she took off. She went to the living room. And I went and I laid in the bedroom and I fell asleep. Then, I don't know, I guess it was like midnight, 12:30, midnight or whatever. She came back in the room, flipped the fucking lights on, woke my ass right up. I'm like, what the hell? And then she laid down, turned all the lights off, and then I'm over there making all kinds of sounds. Apparently, I'm like burping and gurgling, and fucking my stomach is just turning and shit, and I still hadn't eaten. And then she's like, you better shut the fuck up. And I jumped right up out of bed and ran to the bathroom, and that's where stuff came out of me. I had diarrhea and throw up. And she was so nice. After that, she doesn't believe I don't feel good unless I'm like actively throwing up. So uh, she brought me a water and was like, "Are you okay?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Yeah, fine. I feel a lot better now." And then I laid down and went back to sleep. Or I slept in the living room. I said, I don't know. I just don't want to be in here with you. So I let the dogs out. And we all laid, me and the dogs laid in the living room. And then I woke up on time. No alarms, no nothing. I just woke up on time. And I still wasn't feeling too good. You know how it went. I had to go to the bathroom again. And uh, I ain't no bitch. I ain't calling in. I ain't calling in. I really thought about calling in. And I'm starting to think that it might have been a really good idea for me to call in. But I decided to go ahead and make it to work. And get to work, and I gotta unload a fucking truck and trailer. I'm like, this is some bullshit. I'm about to shit myself. And I don't know. They're like, hey, you got to get all this shit. You got to get that. You got to get this. Got to get. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa! Everybody, calm the fuck down. And then my boss is like, you got to get to Des Moines, and you got to get all this shit done, and then you got to be done. You got to be off the clock by 7 o'clock tonight because. And he's like, you're not gonna make it. I'm like, buddy, you need to fucking relax. You need to fucking chill out. You're lucky I'm even fucking here, man. I feel like a piece of fucking shit right now. So, I got everything ready. I'm just now getting on the highway heading to Des Moines. It is 9 o'clock. I had to wait until about 7 o'clock to even come in because the place I needed to grab some brackets from somebody, so I needed to, and they don't open till 8, so I had to wait until then. Even though I probably should have came in a little earlier than I did, so I could have got on the road a little faster. But I don't think it's gonna really. And we're back. My boss just called me. I'm so fucking lost. I'm not in the fucking. I don't know. Trying not to be a bitch. I'm not in the fucking mindset to be doing all this shit and trying to cover other shit. I don't know what even is going on. There's terminals, like fueling terminals, up in Des Moines that they dropped off a bunch of different frac tanks at different spots. They're doing a blowdown, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know. And I got a trailer. I got a flatbed trailer here. I got some hoses that I had to unload from earlier. I got to drop them off where they go. I got L brackets for containments for frac tanks that I got to put in that I don't know where the fuck. I mean, I guess I'm just going to look for a frac tank that's on a containment that has no brackets, and I'm just going to put the brackets in there. You know what I'm thinking I might end up doing is just dropping this fucking shit off and turning around, heading back. You're slow as fuck, car. And the other problem is I still have shit going on. I'm still like I'm probably gonna have to pull over and take a shit somewhere. I do have a bucket right here. I can kind of hide in the back and take a big old shit in this bucket. But then that's gonna be a one-time use. So I'm gonna leave that bucket on the side of the road wherever I am. And then if I have to shit again, oh man, I don't know where I'm gonna go. But I just drank. I think I've had 2 waters today. And I'm hoping, I still don't feel good. So that means I might fucking blast this shit out of my ass or throw up some more. I don't know. I'm scared to eat. I want to eat. I'm so hungry. But, yeah, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing today. And I don't know. I don't really feel like talking anymore. So I'm probably going to pause this and then I'll be back. Once I figure out something else that's going on. Also, I got to be in Jeff City by 8 a.m. And I think it's like a 3-hour drive. So I gotta be like leaving my shop by 5. So I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm doing here. Hopefully I feel better and I come back with some better news or something. Well, we haven't made it there yet. We're working our way there. I do feel a little bit better. I took a shit, and then I ate a. Man, I stopped off at a Trek station. I don't go to a Trek station all that often, but they still had breakfast out. And I think I might have fucked up, or I might have done the exact right thing to do. But they had those big hash browns, kind of like McDonald's hash browns. The big fucking oval. They had one of those that was made into a sausage biscuit or sausage hash brown and egg with another hash brown on top. It was like a little sandwich. I didn't finish the fucking thing. It's kind of hard to fucking even eat the damn thing, but I didn't finish it. But I don't know. I'm kind of wondering if I put some other food up into my belly, if maybe it will kind of settle down. Because right now it's empty. I'm empty, man. So I think I'm doing good. I feel a little bit better. I drink a coffee. I still got a little coffee left, and then I got a hold of the guy that I was supposed to get a hold of to kind of figure out what the hell I'm doing. He had his balls chopped off today. Poor guy. Poor guy. He said they're still in there. He still got his balls. They just did what they got to do to him to make them not be balls anymore. Or, make the babies, whatever. So he said he's going to be sitting on his ass watching movies and pizza and ice cream and all kinds of good shit. Lucky guy. Lucky guy. Just get your balls chopped off. You get a couple of days vacation. And we're back. My boss just called me. So, yeah, he was going to have me go to Jeff City in the morning, but he just called me and said, hey, we're going to fucking call that quits. You're not going to Jeff City tomorrow. Because this is pipeline shit. This side of the pipeline shit that I'm doing today, I'm going to do some more of it tomorrow, but I was going to have to be in Jeff City by 8 a.m., and I was like, fuck, that's going to be a fucking day. But he said, tomorrow, I'm just going to have to drive. Don't throw up. Don't throw up. Tomorrow, I'm just going to have to go out and deliver a couple more hoses and do some other shit. Make things easier. I'm like, thanks. Yeah, you fucking figured it out, There are easy ways to do things. There's multiple people that can do multiple different jobs. And I don't know. Sometimes he makes it seem like I'm the only one to do it. And I also feel like we got so many people out doing all kinds of shit right now, and we got one guy that's hurt. He fell off of a fucking dump truck. Fucking dumbass. He fell off a dump truck and fucked up his leg. He's like, yeah, he's a new hire too. He's like, yeah, I was just getting off a dump truck and I put my foot here and I put my other foot there and there's a hydraulic leak, so it's kind of slippery and I fucking fell. And then my foot got caught in the stairway and it twisted my ankle. And I'm like, you're a fucking pussy, dude. I would definitely not have fucking wrote up an incident report and I'd have just fucking. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you actually get hurt, you need to do that shit. But I don't know. I fucking. Quit being a fucking pussy. Quit writing shit up. Quit making us look bad. Now you got an incident report. You got people asking. You got to go to the fucking doctors and shit. You look like a dumbass. You just fell off a goddamn dump truck. You fucking fucky. Fucky. That's a word. Anyways, that call from my boss was kind of nice. But that's where I'm kind of getting into some of the other stuff. So I used to work for a company called Holcher. And that was where I got guzzler experience, liquid vac experience, a lot of railroad experience. I never really worked on the railroad until that I worked there, and then we were on the railroad all the time, like doing train crashes and stuff, and repairing track and all that good shit. Um, well, whenever I worked there, there was a bunch of guys that were getting ready to start it. They kept talking about it. They're like, we're going to get out of this fucking place and create our own company. Well, they ended up doing that. They created a place called Mainline Services, and I've seen them a few times up here in Des Moines. They got a branch. They got one in Kansas City. They're all over the place. But they do a little bit less of the environmental shit, and they do more of the track repair and whatnot, I think. But that was the most money I've ever made in my fucking life. And that's what I've always said. I was getting paid $16 an hour as a laborer, and that was still the most money I've ever made in my fucking life because I was constantly working. And then um, we had some incidents. My wife's grandfather passed away. My wife got into a car accident, and my wife's stepdad got fucked up somehow. I don't know. He got into a bar fight or something. I don't really remember. But anyways, all three of those things happened all at once, and I was stuck in Illinois. And I was like, "Yo, listen, guys, I gotta fucking go." And they were nice enough to let me leave, take a pickup, and drive from Illinois back to Kansas City so I could be home to kind of see some things and get some things figured out because my wife was a wreck, with all this shit going on, and she didn't even, her parents were busy, because he was in the hospital with brain bleeding and other bullshit. So it was just a fucking crazy fucking time. So I was like, I just need to go home, man. I need to go home. I haven't been, and that was another problem with the company was I was never fucking home. But that was Holcher. Now the new company, Mainline, I think they do a little bit differently. They got a lot of employees. I think they work on it's more of a regular job, I think, over there versus Holcher, which was just fucking crazy all the fucking time. Plus, I didn't have a CDL. I was a part-time employee, which meant that they could abuse me as much as they wanted because I wasn't even getting benefits or anything. I was just there working. So, and that probably had something to do with how much money I was getting. I was part-time, so I didn't have benefit payments and bullshit, but anyways, as I've been hanging out on Indeed, I've been seeing Holcher and Mainline posting up jobs to be done, and I heard from some other people. They were like, "Oh yeah, well Mainline has they have just a straight trucking side of their company." And I'm like, "Yeah, interesting." So, anyways, I applied at a couple of those, and those are the ones I'm kind of really going after because I think with my experience, um, and I left on good terms. I think, even though it was a different company, but all the guys from Mainline were over there, and they were like, "Oh, I thought you were going to be a lifer over here and whatnot." And I was like, "Yeah, I'd like to be, but I'm out of town way too fucking much." They're like, "Get your CDL, and then you'll actually get home time. You'll get like secured home time." They're like, "Just don't become a supervisor, because once you're a supervisor, you still get home time and you get more money and you get a pickup, but it's not super great." Why is it telling me I'm speeding? So, anyways, I'm thinking that's going to be the place that I'm going to search for the most. I talked to my wife about it. I was like, "Would you even be okay with me doing a job like that?" Because I mean, it all depends on the job that I take in to ask for a raise. Like, actually ask for a raise. Be like, "Hey, I'm either getting a raise or I'm not working here anymore." So I need to take in something that's serious, something that I'm actually going to be, pursuing if things don't go well in the meeting with my boss. I'm not confrontational. I'm not good at asking for shit for myself. I'm not good at defending myself. I do want to continue to just work here. But I also think that if I got that other job and where I might be out for a week at a time, here and there, and hanging out with these guys were cool as fuck when I worked with them. And I won't be a fucking peon laborer anymore. I'm going to be an actual operator or whatever, driving. I don't know. There was two different jobs: heavy equipment operator, where are on both, but one of them was a low boy, one of them was a flatbed. So, and which makes sense because the low boy has got the well, I guess they're both step decks. The low boy would be more for like dozers and excavators and shit, and then the step decks, well, I guess, and for the big fucking tractor that they use to pick up the fucking crane, pick up the trains and shit. But anyways, I'm pursuing it. My application has been viewed. I didn't really spend a whole lot of time on the application, like going through every little fucking thing. I was like, just fucking submit it. Once I can talk to these people, maybe I can edit it and change it if they need it to be changed or whatever. But I feel like I got enough information on there that they can start looking into it and whatnot. Another thing is my motorcycle permit is expiring on the 17th. I got like 10 days, well, 9 days now to get it renewed or take my test. And I also have on the 16th, I scheduled my DOT physical, which I'm hoping goes well. If it doesn't go well, then I'm going to really have to be doing some shit. Uh, just quit eating completely. I don't know. Desperate times come desperate measures. We'll figure it out whenever that time comes. But anyways, I need to get me my 2-year card, uh, and then get me my motorcycle permit renewed or do the test, which is all going to happen on next Thursday, 1 week from tomorrow. And then, yeah, this truck, these highways, the concrete part of the highway, there's some asphalt, but most of it's concrete. This 3/4 ton truck with this trailer, there's nothing on the trailer. It would be better if there was some weight on the trailer, but there's not. I am being shaken alive. I am scrambled right now. My fucking if I was gonna throw up, I think I would have thrown up by now. Holy shit, I'm just bouncing. This whole fucking way from Kansas City to Des Moines, I'm just bouncing. Just shaking. And it's really, I mean, it's not feeling too good. And I think I even brought that up yesterday at the end of yesterday's pod. I was like, I feel like I'm about to throw up, bouncing around. I don't know where. No, that was on the DR. That was the episode before that or something. I don't know. But I am fucking shaking. Just bouncing me all over this fucking. You can kind of get an idea of how I feel right now. It's just a subtle little bounce. Just a. I'm not even trying to do that noise. I'm just doing a regular old. I can't keep a tone, so this is real. I couldn't do that if I tried. This fucking bouncy ass fucking highway is so fucking bad. Very annoyed right now. I'll hit asphalt eventually. The part of this highway has been asphalt, and it's been okay, but the concrete section where they got it all fucking, like all those expansion cuts and shit, it's just a bouncy motherfucker. And yeah, I don't know, eating that fucking hash brown egg sausage fucking thing, I don't know if that was a good idea. I don't know. I'm feeling okay. But at that Trek station, they got a goddamn espresso machine. So I got me an espresso macchiato or whatever the fuck it's called. Tastes pretty good. Probably not healthy at all. Probably not healthy at all. But it's curing my coffee needs. But I feel like I'm gonna need water. Anyway, so I talked to my guy going up here. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna explain it right now. I'm gonna pause this again So once I'm actually done and maybe I'm on my way back is when I'll talk to you guys again. I'm just ready to fucking get there and fucking sit down. I'm like, I just need a fucking break. I need to sit still for a little bit. This bouncy motherfucker is so bad. Guys, they got me running all over the fucking place. They got 2 more spots they want me to head to. I think I'm just gonna do one. Fuck this shit. I'll get a better start tomorrow. It's already not 4:30, 3:30. It's gonna be 4:30 by the time I get to the place, the next place. And that's not good. It took a little longer than expected at this other place. So on these frac tanks, they have on the big frac tanks, the 500 barrel frac tanks, 21,000 gallon. There are multiple hatches. Three hatches. There's one up top, but I didn't have to really do much with the one up top. But there's three, one on each end and one on the side. And the easy part was I just had to open those doors and smear some grease on the rubber door seal. And it's got wing nuts, got 5 wing nuts to hold the damn door shut. So that was easy. Just open up the door and smear some grease and tighten them down. And I mean, everything was easy, but so there's valves on most of these. There's a couple different areas where you can hook up hoses to, and they got just fittings and blind flanges and shit. But some of them have plugs, and I had to I had to untighten all the plugs, put on pipe dope and then pipe tape, and then put them back in and make sure they're all nice and tight. And they were all pretty easy. There's 3 on the front of each frac tank. Well, I guess the little frac tank only had 2, but so 3 there. On the back there was 1 on each of the backs, and then there was a 1 underneath. So if you, I don't know, just look up a frac tank. There's an axle, and up underneath, in front of the axle, up underneath every fucking thing, there's 1 more valve down there at the very bottom in the back, underneath, in front of the axle. And it's really hard for a big fat fuck to fit underneath that bitch. And it rained out here recently, so there's water in all the containments. I drained out as much water as I could, but I still was swimming underneath these fucking frac. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I'm clean, dry, and nice, and I'm doing an easy job. Oh, but you gotta climb underneath the fucking frac tank in the water and undo this fucking pipe thread, and then my pipe wrench that I have is pretty long fucking pipe wrench. And it's hitting on the frame of the trailer and shit, and there's other cords and hoses and shit underneath there for like the air lines for the brakes and whatnot. Keep catching my shit on there. I was fucking just upset. I was just under there rolling around, just upset, cussing up a fucking storm. Also, still, I don't feel good. I thought I would maybe feel better by now. I don't. Really don't feel any better. So, and I'm on another one of these concrete fucking highways where it's actually pretty smooth right now. But I know it's not going to be smooth the whole way. I'm going to be fucking bouncing around. I'm probably going to need to grab this bucket behind me and throw up into it at least once. And hopefully I don't start shitting myself when I throw it up trying to drive down the road. I could pull over, but where's your sense of adventure? I need to be like listening or recording podcasts, throwing up into a bucket, and driving a truck and trailer down the road. That's the only way I'm gonna feel like I'm accomplished. No pulling over, shit my pants, It's going to happen. I already know it. I already know it. I know my fucking future. I am going to shit myself today. It's not going to be a good time, but it's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe I'll stop off at a truck stop and use another toilet. It's just like, oh, there's a truck stop. I guess I should probably stop there, maybe try to go shit. It's not one of those shits. It's one of those, oh, it's coming out. It's on my leg. It's in my boot. It's on my sock. It's on the seat. I got it on my hands. I got it on the steering wheel now. It's shit everywhere. I'm about to shit a F-250. People at the shop are not going to be impressed. Though they should be. Hey, you guys should be impressed that I came in today. You guys should be happy that I shit all over that F-250. I was an able body today. I really should have called in. What I'm doing today could have been done tomorrow. And what I'm doing tomorrow could have been done today if there was a little bit more preparation. Could have just showed up to the shop, truck's already loaded down, ready to go, hop in it, hit the fucking road. That would have been ideal. But no. And then also, hey, how about, I don't know, I don't want to ride with somebody and throw up and shit on somebody. But I don't know, this type of a job here, it would have been, I don't know, just for the way I am right now, it would have been nice to have a little helper with me. I'm going to do this and you do that. Don't step over there. I took a shit. I threw up chunks over here. Watch out. A little helper would have been nice today. Would have been very useful to have somebody do some work for me. It's easy ass work that I'm doing today. But I'm just not feeling it at all. I don't know. I'll probably feel better tomorrow. Drove the truck in today. Did I already talk about that? I don't know. Drove the truck in. And, just because I was like, if I need to throw up, I'd rather not do it in my motorcycle helmet. I'll drive the pickup truck. You can throw up on the floor of the pickup. It'll be fine. You hose it out later. Be good. Be good for it. Hose it out. Clean it up. As I keep talking, I'm like, I am about to throw up. I could be getting ready to throw up right now. I don't know. I think me talking about it is really not helping. I guess try to think of something else. Oh, not mile markers. Hey, mile markers should be able to be looked up. You know what I mean? You should be able to look up exit numbers, which also, oh God, oh God, mile markers and exit numbers. You should be able to type it on Google Maps and say exit 113 on I-35. Oh God, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. You should be able to look that motherfucker up, or mile marker 66. That's where I'm headed. And coordinates, this fucking guy, I just got on his ass. He's like, the coordinates are on the paper. I'm like, dude, I type in the fucking coordinates, and it's not fucking taking me anywhere. I type it in on Google, like just on regular Google search, with MM66 next to it for mile marker 66. No, it's like, oh, hey, I know that the coordinates that you typed in are near this area, but I don't know what MM66 means. Oh my gosh, it's for the Mexican airport or some bullshit. I'm like, you motherfucker. You know that these are coordinates that I'm trying to look up. But whenever I just search the coordinates without the MM66, it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Type in with the MM66. It's like, hey, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't know what you're talking about with the MM66. So let's focus on that and figure out like what you want to go to the Mexican airport. It's like, no, god damn it, the fucking coordinates, fucking dumb guys. And I saw the guy. I called the guy and I'm like, hey man, I'm searching for this fucking coordinates. I'm searching. I cannot fucking get it to work. I have no idea where I'm going. I know I'm going south, so I'm headed south. This was earlier. Uh, oh god, this fucking road's fucking nauseating. I'm behind a wood chipper. I might bump into him, so he pulls over, and then turn on the wood chipper and just climb inside. I'd still get shit all over the place. They'd be like, yeah, there's blood and guts everywhere, but there's also fucking shit. It fucking stinks. Some dude bumped into my fucking trailer. I pulled over, and he climbed inside the wood chipper. He turned it on and then climbed inside and shredded himself. All the mulch that we collected today is no good because it's got human remains in it now. Feel like fucking shit, dude. But yeah, I mean, just like mile markers. It's like, hey, where you at? I'm at mile marker 58. Oh, cool. I'm at mile marker 62. I'm almost to you. Right behind you, bud. That's if you're headed south. Oh, or east. Oh. Or west, I mean. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe, if I've gone my entire life knowing that there is a way you can search for like if I have an accident and I pull over on the side of the road and the cop is like, is there anything nearby, like any like telling us where you're at? Oh yeah, it says mile marker 86.7. I think they go evens. 86.8. Some highways do every single tenth of a mile. Some of them do every fifth of a mile. But it's like, how do they want to know the mile marker where I'm at so they can find me? Hey, what the fuck are you guys using to find that? Because I'd like to know. Like, yep. Oh, there was I don't know. Somebody lost a, I don't know. Let's just say something weird. Not weird, but something random. Somebody dumped a truckload of dirt bike tires that fit my DR 650 at mile marker 32. I mean, I've already been there, so I know. But if like somebody typed in on Google Maps or typed in on Facebook or whatever, huge pile of dirt bike tires, mile marker 12, 71 south. I'm like, I just got to get on 71 and find out. You know, there's not really I can't really just type in mile marker 12 on 71 south and get there. It's just not possible. At least with the technology that I've got going on. Now, maybe if you get a map and a fucking ruler or some bullshit, I ain't trying to do all that. I'll be looking in fucking Louisiana or some shit. Like, I don't know. None of this looks familiar. I could be looking exactly where I'm at, and I'll be like, I don't even remember. I don't know. I'm not a. So one thing that brought this up is on one of them Indeed resume things that I had to type in. It's got like little boxes you can check with like your skills, and then it helps other employers find you. And one of them is map reading. I didn't check that box. I don't want to. Nope. I'm not even going to apply for that job. It looked like a decent job, but if you want me to read a map, I can look at Google Maps and I can find some shit sometimes. Oh my God, we are shaking. I'm gonna fucking hurl. Oh God, I'm not gonna make it. I ain't making it, bud. Now what the fuck is this? It's saying he said mile marker 66. It's got me taking side roads now. They might be smoother. And if I have to shit on the side of a side road, there's less people to take pictures of you. Like, look at this fat fucking trucker. He's taking a shit on the side of the road into a bucket. It's got me taking this exit up here. I wonder if I already passed an exit I was supposed to take. It rerouted me. I don't know map making. Earlham. Going to Earlham. Please make the shaking stop. I got 40 minutes to drive on these back roads. Oh, God. Be back later. We have finished all work today. I'm just headed back to the shop now. I still got a 3-hour drive. Coming out of, I don't know, south of Des Moines. I'm not sure. I don't even know where the fuck I am. I'm out in the middle of fucking nowhere is where I am. I was driving, I was following the GPS because the guy finally sent me like the actual link so I could get to this random pipeline area. Because they run the pipeline, like it goes underneath farm fields and shit. It's out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and I don't even know what the hell they're doing. I asked 2 people, I'm like, what are you guys working on out here? And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, you guys look too official to not know even what the fuck is going on. One guy was an X-ray tech. I don't know what he's doing. He seemed to just be kind of hanging out. He's on the phone with his wife, just hanging out. He's like, "Yo, you here to do the shit?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." But anyways, on my way there, yeah, I missed my turn. Apparently, not a good idea to miss your turn, which is so weird. I'm all turned around. My my uh my internal compass is all fucked up. I don't even know which way I'm headed right now. I guess I'm headed south. If the sun's over there, I think I'm headed south. But I feel like I'm more headed east. I don't know. I'm trying to use the sun over here. Them roads are fucked up, dude. So it turned to gravel on me, which is fine. I don't mind a little off-road or gravel adventure. And then it looked like a crazy windy road up ahead, but it said it was like willing to reroute me if I turn, and it was just a straight road to another straight road right to the fucking thing, the middle of a field or whatever. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll just take that. That looks way simpler. So I turned down that road, and then there was a sign that said, like low road maintenance, level B road maintenance, proceed at your own risk, or some shit. So I was like, oh, that's weird as fuck. And it was a dirt road. It was not. My boss just called me and fucked up my whole rhythm. He's like, why are you headed back? I'm like, because I'm tired. Why don't you just do all the work tonight? I'm like, I got 5 hours left. I've got 3 hours to get home. It's going to take me a fucking hour just to find one of these sites. I'm like, what are you doing to me, man? It's going to be 8:30 before I'm back home. He's like, oh, I thought you said you weren't going to do them at all. I'm like, no, I'm going to do them tomorrow. I'm going to come back out tomorrow, and I'll get him taken care of, bud. But he's about to call me back here again, so I better fucking try to remember what the hell I was saying before I get cut off again. Oh, yeah. All right, so anyways, I turn onto that road, and it looks like a dirt road, and it says it's a level B road maintenance or whatever. And it goes to like a pretty steep ass hill. Once you get down in there, like it's real wooded and stuff. Like I have limbs hitting the roof and side of my truck and shit. But it's like just a 1 lane dirt road up to a hill. And I'm start driving down it, and then all of a sudden I can hear the mud flapping up against the side of my truck. I'm like, ooh, this is not very solid. And then right about that time is when I started going up the hill, and I was just in 2-wheel drive. I guess I should have put it in 4-wheel drive, but it looked like dry dirt, but it was dry on top. It was not dry underneath. And I start going up the hill, and I start slipping in 2-wheel drive. So I kind of hit the brakes, and then whenever I hit the brakes, I just started sliding backwards. So I had to let off the brakes because some things don't go so well when you're on the brakes, especially hooked up to a fucking trailer. And I'm in a pickup. I want to remind everybody I'm in a pickup. I'm not in a fucking semi, luckily. But I start sliding backwards. I got to let off the brakes so I can maneuver the trailer. So the trailer, because I was like on the crest of a hill. It was a drop off on both sides, and there was like a barbed wire fence and shit down there, and a little creek. And I was like, oh, fuck me. And so luckily, I'm a fucking badass driver, and I know how to do shit. I start sliding backwards, let off the brakes, maneuver the trailer as straight as I can backwards, and then I put it in 4-wheel drive and then just backed up. But then I had to back up into an intersection of like a 55-mile-an-hour zone, and that was kind of sketch. And then I got on, it was a gravel road, though, but get out there, and then mud is just flying off my truck, and I'm like, fuck. So I call the guy that I was supposed to meet out there. Hey, man, these fucking how the fuck am I supposed to get over there? He's like, oh, you're gonna find a different way. So he's like, send me your address or send me where you're at or whatever. So I sent it to him. He's like, dude, there's not really a good way for you to get over there. He's like, you're supposed to come down off of a highway, not these gravel roads that you're on. I'm like, oh, fuck. I was like, well, let me just figure it out, and I'll see you over there. I was like, I'll just keep testing all the roads until I find one that isn't mud. So I went down another one, and it seemed pretty good. It made it halfway there. The GPS said I was 2 minutes away, and I was not 2 minutes away. There was another fucking mud road, and this one was squirrely. It went down a hill. You could even see it went down a hill and turned. I was like, oh, fuck that shit. So I had to back up into somebody's field and get out of there. And then the main road that I was already on, that I diverted from, I was like, fuck, I hope this road is good. And it was, even though that one looked like the craziest road of them all. Luckily, that one led me through. But then once I got to the site, it's like in the middle of a field. Like somebody's got crops growing, and they've made paths through the crops to get to this site or whatever. And it was sketch. It was also mud. It was not good. But I got up there, and I got the shit dropped off, and I got the fucking shit tightened up, and we were good. Um, and right now, I'm struggling because I am on, my gas light's about to come on. Or my fuel light. It's not gas, it's a diesel. My fuel light's about to come on. And I am in the middle of Iowa. So I hope there's going to be a fueling station somewhere. I noticed that my fuel wasn't very high, but I don't know. I keep passing up gas stations and shit. All right. Well, things have changed already. I just got off the phone with my boss. He's like, hey, you're actually not doing that tomorrow. I'm gonna have somebody else do it. I'm like, motherfucker. So I don't know. Now I got to call a different guy to figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. And instead of starting at 7, like I was really kind of hoping to, he's probably gonna want me to come in early as I fucking can. Annoying as hell. Anyways, I think that's going to conclude today. I'll have more shit to talk about tomorrow. Adios. Keep all 18 down. Bye bye.